Good afternoon. Just some brief comments in regards to the investigation of homicide number 42 for 2011, the murder of Leanne Freeman, who was shot and killed in the early morning hours of Tuesday, November the 29th of this year. Firstly, to all of those who have come forward and provided information in whatever way, I would like to thank you. The information you have been providing is both substantial and very important. I would ask that you continue to step forward to help. Just as importantly, I would also like to express my respect and appreciation for the many who have come forward to support the family of Leanne Freeman. I can tell you that yesterday I spoke with Leanne's sister Nicole by telephone. She and her two brothers are, as we speak, on their way to Toronto. It's my understanding that while they're here, a funeral service is planned for Leanne. Beyond that, I do not have any additional information. In terms of the police investigation, I want to make it clear that I believe we have been making significant headway in the investigation itself. There have been some important developments that I will comment about. Last Friday, 1 week ago today, property belonging to Leanne Freeman was recovered in a garbage dumpster of a commercial business on Kingston Road near the intersection of Sandown Avenue. This location is no more than 20 minutes drive from where Leanne Freeman was shot and killed. This property, I believe, was deposited there by a person or persons who killed Leanne right after her murder. I'm not prepared to say why I know this, other than at this point, I believe this to be a fact. I can also say in terms of the investigation that there is what I believe to be direction, and which does not support that Leanne Freeman was working as a sex trade worker, or that this was a contributing factor in her murder. I also do not believe, though, that this is a random event. With all that said, and let me make it clear, nothing has been ruled out and everything is being considered by the investigative team that has been formed to do this investigation. I would also urge anyone having information to please keep calling, please provide the information, contact the Homicide Squad, 55 Division, or Crime Stoppers.
Do you have information that she wasn't working as a sex worker, period, or that she wasn't working as a sex worker that night?
I'm not going to say, other than she wasn't working that night.
Is this more of a case to rattle the potential suspect in this case, to say we found something, we've got some evidence?
No, I think it's important that we keep the public and yourselves up to date as to where we are with the investigation. Obviously, this is significant, and so anybody who would have seen anything shortly after 1 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday morning in that area, we'd like to hear from them. We've obviously been doing some investigative work in terms of that find, and again, I think it is significant. And beyond that, I'm not going to say any more about what was found or what we know about that.
You said it was you don't believe it was a random event. Can you explain what you mean by that?
I just don't. I just believe that obviously whoever is responsible for Leanne's murder is somebody that she knew.
Any other questions? Do you have any persons of interest that you're investigating?
I'm not going to comment on that.
Can you say if she owed any money to anybody?
Again, these are all things we're looking into. We're looking into that. We're looking into every other possibility. That is something we've heard.
Just a few more questions.
Can you tell us about the property that was recovered? Anything about it? Was it a knapsack, a bag? What kind of property?
It's her personal belongings.
What does that mean?
It's clothing. It's clothing and personal property. I'm not going to say specifically what it is.
But she was clothed. She was fully clothed when you guys found her. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any security tape from the Kingston Sandown area that's assisting you with this investigation?
I'm not going to comment on that.
Did you get the tip from public, or was it investigative work that led to this?
I can tell you that somebody who has a business in the area was throwing some garbage out, located the property and called the police.
Did they call them, you got the call last Friday then?
The call was received by us on Friday, that's correct.
Was Ms. Freeman homeless? Was she homeless?
I think Ms. Freeman was, as I've described it before, transient. One of the things that we had tried to do early on in the investigation was to establish where she was living at the time. Beyond that, I wouldn't call her homeless, I would call her transient between addresses.
One more question. Okay,
You
thank
believe
you.
you'll, okay, can I get the one more?
Of course.
How soon do you think you'll be able to make an arrest, and are you confident you will make an arrest?
I can't say one way or the other. All I can tell you is that there's been a large team of investigators that have been working tirelessly on this case, and certainly we will do everything that we can to find those persons or person that's responsible, and of course charge them accordingly.
And you're looking for one person, or more than one person?
I'm not going to comment on that at this time.
Okay, thank you for attending today's conference. Now, please.